What is up, people? It is Grizzly back with another video. We are actually in a different location today. I am in my house in the living room. They are doing construction outside. I just woke up from my sleep because I work third shift now. But I figured I would give you guys something very different today. So, for those of you who do not know, I just dropped a project. I just released effectively my first album called Octopi. It's out right now on all streaming platforms. And I'm actually planning on uploading the entire EP onto this channel within the next day or two. So, without further ado, I would actually like to give you guys a rundown on all of the songs and what they all mean to me and sort of the process that went into creating. So, the first song we have is called Octopi. Now, Octopi is an instrumental. It's the introduction to the album. It was actually one of the last tracks that I created for the project. Interestingly enough, because I got about halfway through the project. I got about 4 songs deep, and I was like, I need an intro. And I feel like this is too big of a project for me not to have an introduction. So I just kind of threw Octopi together. So the entire project, the whole album, is made on BandLab. I didn't go to a studio and get it professionally done or anything. I didn't outsource any of the beats or anything. I didn't outsource the artwork, nothing. I did everything myself. The beat, the production, the mastering, the cover art, all of it. It was all me. For an album that I recorded entirely on my own with earphones, I think it came out really well. So I'm very proud of myself. But anyway, the first song is called Octopi, and it's very much just an introductory. I just really don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's loud, it's very heavy. Honestly, if you like a lot of the rock from the 80s, you'll probably like this song in particular because the guitar work kind of sounds like something you would hear during that time period. Up next, we have the song Succubus. Now, Succubus was the second song that I made for this project, and Succubus is a heavy one. All of the songs on here are pretty heavy, literally and figuratively, as far as the music and the subject matter. But in particular, this song is about a girl that I was involved with at the time. This young lady that I don't want to say she traumatized me, but she kind of put me through hell. So the backstory behind it, and if you know, you know, is I was dealing with a woman who was polyamorous. She had a partner and dated outside of her relationship. And at the time, I had never really dated anybody like that before. And over time, it got to the point where I started to develop feelings for her that were maybe stronger than they should have been. And it became less of a lighthearted, fun type of thing, and it became more of a romantic thing on my end. Essentially, I fell in love with a whore. You know, also during that time, I was fooling around with psychedelics maybe a little bit too much. And I sort of went insane a little bit. And I was smoking a lot of weed during that time. I'm just putting it all out here. I'm not perfect, but I was, maybe overindulging in a way because I was trying to cope with what I was feeling and trying to get answers, you know. And sometimes when you spend too much time looking for answers, you forgot what the question was. And that's kind of the point that I got to. That's what that song is about. It's about a mix of me trying to use substances to deal with my feelings and me dealing with the feelings that were associated with heartbreak and pain. Something that I think a lot of people can relate to. And, all of these songs, even if I know they're not going to be for everybody, but as far as the subject matter is concerned, I feel that the songs really are something that almost everybody can relate to. So that's what Succubus is about. It's musically, it's very much got that trap metal feel to it. If you really listen and pay attention to the guitar, it's very much an industrialized guitar. I love industrial music, Fear Factory, Nine Inch Nails, Tool. all of that kind of stuff, Death Grips. So that's musically, those were the influences that I had in mind when making this entire project, but with this one in particular. So the next song is called I Put My Foot Through the Television. Now, this one came from a place of me. I was sitting there, I think I was in my living, or no, I was in the kitchen. I was sitting in the kitchen and I was doom scrolling. And it dawned on me and I was like, I spend too much time doing this. I'm paying way too much attention to the news cycle and all of the horrible fucked up shit that's going on in the world right now. And it's making me crazy. And I know that it's making a lot of other people crazy. So I was sitting there and I kind of came up with this hook in my head and I was like, I put my foot through the television. And I was like, yeah, I really do want to put my foot through TV right now. Things are not good right now. Things are very badly fucked up and it's making me nuts. So that's what that song is about, how, we are so overly burdened and consumed with the media and the news and television, and it's not real. I put my foot through the television telling lies to your vision because I feel like, the media and television really fabricates real life. It's made and it's designed in this way to over-sensationalize things and to make you mad, to make you pissed off and upset, because people who are upset and pissed off are better consumers a lot of the time. That's kind of what that song was about, just me trying to encourage people to get off their phone and go outside, basically. So the next song is called A Letter to Mother Gaia. This one holds a very special place in my heart, and it may actually be my favorite song on the project, honestly. It might be my favorite. And the reason I say that it might be my favorite is because it's a very spiritual song. I wrote it at a time where I was sort of trying to disconnect from the material world a little bit more and kind of go outside and get in tune with nature and not pay so much attention to the world around me. I was outside, I think, when I wrote it. If I'm not mistaken, I was outside. I was doing one of my little nature walks, feeling particularly down that day, about just life in general and the shit that was going on in my head. And I'm like, talking to God, essentially. Because I'm not a religious man, but I'm a spiritual man, and I very much am like, one of the, I guess, a new ager. I hate that fucking term, but, to me, the universe is God. God is all-encompassing. God is all around you. You are God. I am God. That whole thing. Because I, off and on, over the past few years, I've really struggled with, drinking, especially. I like to drink my feelings away, and I'm essentially just asking Mother Earth to help me through that. Instead of using the alcohol or the nicotine or, whatever else, help me to kind of, not have to do that, guide me, essentially. So, that's what that song is about. And I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers over the last few years, too, and I've been trying to kind of make sense of the angel numbers that I'm seeing and what they mean and what the universe is trying to tell me. So, musically, it's a very interesting song because it's got kind of like a screechy rhythm guitar going, and then there's a bass guitar over top of it, and then there's bongo drums. The beat is bongo drums. And it's just a very interesting thing, and then it's got 808s over it, of course. So it's very much a hodgepodge of kind of weird sounds, but it's got a bounce to it. It's like really rhythmic, and it's Zeb actually said something along the lines of like, this is the happiest sad song I've ever heard, or something like that. My best friend. And I was like, yeah, this is a happy song, but it's a sad song. So, A Letter to Mother Gaia, probably my favorite. The next one is called I Can Hear the Devil Call. Now, this song is very political. It's loosely political, but it's political. The lyrics are very simple. They're not very complicated at all. The objectivity of this song in particular was, how can I say the most without saying a lot? That was sort of the direction that I wanted to go with it, because when I made the beat, as I was listening to it, before I even had lyrics, I was listening back and I was like, this sounds like a war cry. This sounds like a headed into battle, charging into battle, fighting the enemy type of thing. And I was like, you know, this is almost like this could be like an anti-fascist, anti-authoritarian type of sentiment. Because when I'm saying I can hear the devil call, of course I don't mean the devil literally. When I'm talking about the devil, I'm talking about authoritarianism. I'm talking about this fucking fascist regime that's starting to take over in America, and it's very frightening and it's troubling. So when I'm saying I can hear the devil call, I see through the lies, I see through the bullshit and the fabrication. I know these people are full of shit. Also, if you're watching this video and you're a conservative right now and you're offended by the things that I'm saying, frankly, I don't care, don't cry about it. Isn't that what y'all like to say all the time? My heart beats on the left. If you haven't figured that out by now, I don't know what to tell you. This is not a political channel. I do my best not to make this a political channel, but if I were to fall out of an airplane, I would land on the left side of the pavement. So that's kind of what this song is about. This is like a super leftist, like anti-fascism war cry. And that was the feel I was going. Musically, it's very much Death Grips inspired. That's it. I was basically just, I don't want to say I was trying to rip off Death Grips, but I was trying to make a Death Grips-esque beat. And I think I accomplished that successfully. So that's where I was going with that. It's very much like an experimental industrial type of thing. Because the music that I made prior to this project, it was very much like just trap metal, hip-hop metal beats. And I wanted to branch out and I wanted to try some other things and do some other things and really grow and evolve as an artist. So that was kind of the process going into this whole thing. But yeah, I Can Hear the Devil Call might be my second favorite. And it was the first song I recorded for this project, fun fact. So yeah, I Can Hear the Devil Call. Definitely worth a listen. So the next song is called The Demon March. The Demon March is a very fun song. This song, every time I hear it, I get hyped. It's just, it's very much like I think it's a concert song. I think once I start performing live again, it's gonna be a song that I'm really gonna enjoy playing live. It's a banger, man. It's a banger. And again, none of the lyrics on this project are particularly complicated or well thought out. Like, I wasn't going for bars. I wasn't trying to do the mad rapper thing. I wasn't trying to be super poetic and like, you know, wordsy and all of that. I just wanted to make something that was straightforward, to the point, loud, aggressive, heavy, where I was saying a lot without saying a lot. With that being said, The Demon March is very much a song about music. That's what the song is about. The song is literally just about my love for music, particularly heavy music. You know, I mean, I grew up a nu metal grunge kid. You know, wearing all black like I'm dressed now. You know, shaggy long hair. I lost all my hair. That's where I wear a hat now. But you know, just that rebellious spirit of not giving a fuck and hearing music that, whatever bullshit I'm going through in my day or in my life or whatever, you hear that song that you really like, regardless of all the bullshit and the negativity going on in your day or your life, and it's just like the fucking, it's flowing through your bloodstream and you're just pumped and you're hyped and you're fucking ready to just fucking punch a hole through a brick wall. You know, that's what the Demon March is about. It's about listening to music that gets you pumped and energized and makes you want to stomp a bitch out. You know, that's what the song is about, and the feelings and the emotions that are associated with that. So when I say, you know, my demons start marching when the bass gets to kicking, basically I feel at one with my dark side, or however you want to word it. So that's what the song is about lyrically. As far as the music is concerned, it was interesting because I was just kind of freestyling. I didn't really have an idea in mind. I knew I wanted something that was bassy and bouncy, and that was really it. I wanted something that was a combination. I wanted something that was a combination of something you might hear in the club and something you might hear at an alternative venue. I wanted it to be a club rager, basically. And I feel like I achieved that. It's a good one. There's a break at the very end where it transitions, and it's almost got like a dubstep feel. I know it's kind of a dead genre, but it's got kind of that bass drop toward the end. And it honestly sounds like to me, it sounds like a transformer having a panic attack. So that was interesting. But yeah, very 808 heavy, very techno synthy, experimental kind of thing. So the Demon March, really good song, very fun, highly recommend it. So the next one is called Bitch I Feel Like Megatron. This was one of the last songs that I recorded for the project. This was during my last month in Arizona. This was right around the time that, unfortunately, I got let go from my job and had to come back home. I was in a hotel room and I was just making beats, fooling around. And I made that beat because I was like, you know, what if I did something that was like 90% drums and just a little bit of synth. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it out. So I did, and when I made the beat, at first I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, because it was a very simple beat, not particularly complicated. And then when I came back home, I was experiencing a really bad case of writer's block, and I just couldn't come up with any lyrics, just couldn't do it. And I was like, well, you know, part of the whole reason why I started making music again in the first place was because I wanted to have fun, and I want to have fun. What if I just did a song that was goofy and silly and tacky, and I said the same line over and over and over again? Like, what if I just made a song that was basically a meme? So that's what I did. The song's really not that deep. It's very loud, very heavy. It's very much ear rape. If you don't like that kind of thing, you're not going to enjoy this song. It ain't going to be for everybody. But I think this song will separate the men from the boys. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this song because it's something I just kind of threw together. So yeah, Bitch I Feel Like Megatron. The next one is called Phoenix. Now Phoenix was a song that I wrote actually months prior to its release. And it was for a totally different beat. I took some of the lyrics from that song that I had initially wrote and I just added it to this beat. And it was another one of those songs that I didn't really put a lot of thought into. I just kind of threw it together. Made the beat when I was drunk, so that was fun. And it came out really well, I think. It's, again, another one of those beats that is just a conglomeration of a bunch of different shit. Experimental industrial, essentially. You know, that's what this album is. If I were to classify it, if I were to put this project into a category, I would say experimental industrial. So it's just me yelling and screaming, and it's very loud, and it's like if I were to describe kind of what I visualize when I hear this song, it's somebody who's maybe had a little bit too much energy drink and they're just wired. Maybe they're like at a concert or at a bar or something, they're somewhere, and they're just kind of crashing out, you know. But as far as the lyrics are concerned, the song is interesting. So the entire project is kind of, I don't want to say it's negative, but the lyrics are very much me. Most of the songs on here are me dealing with shit, going through shit, working through shit. And then by the end of the album, I am essentially telling people to rise like the phoenix. You know, whatever adversity or difficulty that you may face in your life, you can overcome it and it will be okay. And that message is so important to me that I felt the need to scream it at you for 2.5 minutes. So I hope that you appreciate me for that, because it took a lot of effort for me to yell and scream at you to rise like the phoenix and rise from the tidal wave. So I hope you appreciate me for that. I just wanted to give a rundown of the project. Like I said, I am going to post it on this channel, and I will leave a link somewhere, probably in the description. Or you can just go to my Instagram page. It's Grizzly is Dead. I'll leave a tag right here. And you can go listen to it on Spotify and stuff. But like I said, I am going to upload the entire thing onto this channel and leave the lyrics on screen so that people can actually understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's this project in a nutshell. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. I know a lot of you are not going to like it. I understand. But for those of you who do, I really, really want to know what your favorite song is on the project. So after I upload the EP and you listen to it, comment down below and tell me, which song is your favorite. But that's really it, guys. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be doing so much promotion and fun stuff for you guys. I'm really excited to be making music again, and I really am very, very, very excited for this new chapter and to bring you guys along this journey with me. When I had to come back home, I wasn't entirely sure where to go, and I'm starting to figure that out now. I'm picking myself back up, dusting myself off, and I really feel more empowered now than ever, honestly. Whatever is going on in your life, you can overcome it. You will come out the other side stronger and better, and I love all of you, and I sincerely hope you have a great day, a great month, great week, and I will see you all again in the next video. Peace, love.